Hello, my name is Andrew Donovan, and I am from the Listening Room. We are a community collective on the Cardano blockchain filled with artists, producers, musicians, project leads, directors, everything you can think of that could need music, people are tapping in. So we'll talk a little bit about Cardano. I know a lot of you already know a lot of the details, a lot of technicals, so I'll be a little bit brief, but I'll make sure you walk away learning something new. So before we get into distribution on Cardano, there's a large difference between Cardano and the other blockchains. And a large majority of that is a functioning proof-of-stake system. So you may have heard of proof of work, Bitcoin, Ethereum, pretty popular examples of this type of way to operate. The way that works is they require hardware, graphical components, GPUs, and they combine their hashing rate to solve complex equations. The way they do that is they all contribute their memory, their computing power into a pool. These pools compete against each other who can solve that equation first, and based on which pool solves that equation first, they get a reward bonus. That's how proof of work works. Proof of stake is very similar, but instead of actually having additional hardware and resources to mine that, it actually uses the ADA itself. ADA is the cryptocurrency on the Cardano blockchain. That's actually the way it works. Similar how Ether is on Ethereum. So the way that staking works, now that you kind of know how proof of work works, proof of stake is very similar. You delegate your ADA to a stake pool. So instead of having like GPUs and being in a pool and competing, you just kind of hold on to your ADA and you delegate it. And the beauty behind that, the other layer on that, is that Cardano is non-custodial liquid staking. So we'll kind of break that down really quick. What is non-custodial? Well, custodial normally means custody, meaning that you're locked up. You're in somebody else's control, somebody else's possession. Non-custodial is the opposite. You are not locked up. You are not under anyone's control or possession. You are under your own. You are responsible for your own holdings. Somebody else isn't holding them for you. And that's non-custodial. Now, liquid staking. There are other blockchains saying that they have staking, but it's not liquid staking. What is liquid? That is your currency not being locked up and allowing you to spend that currency whenever you want, however you seem fit. So example, Clays After Dark. They have their own stake pool. If I want to support Clays After Dark, I can delegate to them. And then, I want to go mint a CAD pass. I want to go mint an iHold NFT. No problem. I can go spend my ADA while it's delegated to their pool and receive my NFTs without changing anything. That is non-custodial liquid staking. Other blockchains, there are fees, penalties, lockup periods, slashing, all that. None of that exists on Cardano. It's non-custodial liquid staking. So just briefly, I'll show you, this is how you would choose a stake pool. So these are screenshots from the Eternal wallet. You can directly look through the wallet itself. You click staking, then there's a search bar. I feel like with XLV, we had to show up. We got weed stake pool. You got to delegate stake, smoke, earn. So this is how you would delegate to stake. And then in your wallet, it actually shows you on the side your epoch rewards. So every 5 days, you actually get rewarded for your delegation on a stake pool. So every 5 days, you get to see it come in. You're like, oh, that's cool. I get to see how much it's actually making. Other than my bank telling me every year I made a penny. I don't see that, but I see that. So that's a lot cooler. One more thing, I'm not trying to bore everyone with the technicals, but another defining feature from Cardano and other blockchains is the eUTXO model. It's the extended UTXO. So how many people have heard of Ethereum in the crowd? Show of hands. Everybody. Everyone's heard of Ethereum. That woodsy guy, that weird woodsy guy. I know you've heard of Ethereum. So Ethereum is kind of known for having high gas fees and failed transactions. So the way that actually happens is, say, Matt Diamond, he's got a new mint going now. He's got that new hot fire. I want to mint that music. Okay, so I'm going to send a transaction on the blockchain. So think in your mind with me. I'll kind of paint a picture for you. When you're sending a transaction on the blockchain, it's like sending a car down the freeway, I'm going from my location down the freeway to his location. That's his receive address. On Ethereum, you have to put gas in your car. You know what I'm saying? That's your gas fee. So let's say I'm driving. Okay, it's gonna take. We'll make it easy. We won't say crazy numbers, but we'll say $10. $10 in the tank. Get to Matt Diamond. Get you your album before he leaves. Perfect. Perfect. I put $10 in the tank. I'm driving. Oh shit! There's a lot of traffic here. A lot of people are trying to get Matt Diamond's album. So my car's just sitting in traffic, waiting. I'm in a line right now. My car ran out of gas. I only put $10 in the tank, man. I needed 15. On Ethereum, that's a failed transaction. Your car didn't make it. You ran out of gas. You're on the side of the blockchain freeway. Everyone's driving by waving you, later, bro. Not on Cardano. With Cardano, even if I need $10 in the gas tank, I'm going to put 100 in there. I'm going to put all my amount in there. So no matter what, I'm making it to Matt Diamond. All right, bro, the transaction on Cardano is like 2 cents compared to that $10. I'll fill up the tank anyways. I make it. We slap hands. I get that album. I go back home. So that's what this screenshot kind of represents on the side is even sending a transaction, it includes NFTs. It includes FTs. It includes your ADA. It's sending more with you than what is required to make sure it doesn't fail. And that's how the extended EUTXO model works. The fun stuff, right? NFTs and FTs. So one more feature about Cardano is the fact that NFTs are minted on native assets. Yes, native assets. This is almost like the most physical, digital equivalent we could get. So once again, not to pick on Ethereum. I'm sorry. But say Matt Diamond did mint on Ethereum. I got his album. I don't actually have his album in my wallet. I don't actually have possession of that wallet. On the blockchain, what I do have is it says that my wallet address can look at it. That's where you see so many of these drained wallets. You know, oh, you click this link and you got hacked. Because on Ethereum in particular, it's so easy for these scripts to just change the ownership of the address. That's all it is. It's saying no longer I have access to the address, but you have access, or you have access. So all of a sudden, my wallet's drained. On Cardano, it's different. We have native assets. So now, when I have his album in my wallet, it's almost like a physical digital thing. It's attached to my ADA. It comes packaged up and wrapped in the actual currency itself. So I can have it, I can trade it, it's there in my possession. So as you can see, this is kind of a screenshot. I got a bunch of different native assets, but that's how we're doing it. So I'll be brief with this, NFT versus FT. So Matt Diamond wants to do a serialized release. Say he's dropping a record. He wants to do 30 albums to his most exclusive holders. Maybe he's doing an after-party event. Maybe he's doing an exclusive merch line to his holders. Whatever he wants to do, he can, but he wants it to be very limited and serialized. He'll go with NFTs for that. It's a non-fungible token. That means every single one is different and unique and cannot be recreated. If you wanted to do something that didn't need to be so individualized, like for example, we'll say Apple Music, right? Say you buy the new Eminem song on Apple Music, and I buy the new Eminem song on Apple Music. We got the exact same MP3 file. There's no difference between that at all. We share the same thing. It's the same file. That's a fungible token. We all share the same thing. It's not as unique. So that's kind of your difference between fungible and non-fungible. Once again, lovely screenshot from my DGen wallet. You can see on pool.pm. I even have blocked up, you have your fungible tokens and non-fungible tokens. So that's the beauty behind this technology is it's not just PFPs. It's not just art. It's not just currency. It can be music. It can be AR. It can be a limited edition ticket. There's so many ways of verification that you can use on this blockchain that you really need to kind of break the mold and be a pioneer for yourself. What makes sense for you as an artist? How do you want to distribute? How do you want to connect with your fans? How do you want to build up your catalog of digital collectibles? That's going to be the next wave of how we start thinking about transacting with each other. So even up here, you can see my NFT. I got a Signature Series Crime Fighter. Shout out Drip Drops. I know Drip Drops is around here. This is the Drip Drops track. As you can see, it's a silver signature number C14. I believe there's 50 total in the series. So quantity, 1. There's only one of those. I'll be kind of quick with it, you guys. So one of the beauties behind that is now I have a fungible token of that same track I showed you before. I had the quantity one. It was the very special serialized edition. But if you go in and look, you get the 6 City, same version. That track has been dripped in almost 200,000 wallets now through drip drops. So that same exact track is now in 200,000 wallets as a fungible token, which is pretty crazy to think about. That's a metric that not many people talk about, and I don't think many artists can say that they've accomplished for themselves. But now me as a super fan, I get to say, yo, I got the 1 of 50 NFT. We're about to break, what, 500,000 soon? Come on, we in a bear market. You know what I'm saying? We talking digital collectibles on music, man. This is great. Another great thing about the Cardano community that separates us from other communities is how we all work together. We all came together as the Cardano community to come up with the SIP60 music metadata standard. And what that means is we're thinking about discoverability and how the future is going to look on the blockchain. You got to always be forward thinking with this. So there is no Google of the blockchain. There really is no way to query what's available, right? But there will be. It only makes sense. There will be crawlers. Information is money. So there's going to be so many people that provide these informations, oracles. So you need to make sure as an artist that your music is discoverable. If I queried the blockchain, trap music, hip hop, electronic, if that information is not in my metadata, in my token, that won't be no results found. You need to be forward thinking with this. So almost think of your metadata as even a contract between you and your listener. What do they receive? Is it listening purposes only? As you can see, the copyright down there, Crime Fighter still retains copyright. So artists need to start taking this very seriously. What are you giving up when you're trying to rush and do these things? We need to be forward thinking when we make these. Once again, the SIP60 here. So this is something that I did, for example. You can see I got album name, artist name, copyright, encrypted, genres, anything that we could think of. All these things that needed to be in the metadata, we really come and hash out together. Forward thinking, it's very important. So we have a lot of audio distributors on the Cardano blockchain, which is once again why I think we are going to become the home of music. It only makes sense, just the way the technology works. I'll be brief through all of them, but I got love for all of them. I've released on basically every platform here. SoundRig. SoundRig, they have an encrypted music player, so you're able to connect your wallet. You can mint music directly through SoundRig and play it directly through their browser. They allow you to get special additives like lyrics. So, for example, here with Matt Diamond, The Zone, actually in the screenshot, look at that. He threw in the lyrics with it. So now when you're listening to The Zone, you can read along with the lyrics. You can rap along with it. You can have a lot of fun. And these are the things where you can get your fans incorporated in new ways that they've never had before. Show of hands real quick. How many people used to buy CDs back in the day, like the 90s, early before that? There used to be the lyrics inside the album. You used to be able to open up that pamphlet, read through the lyrics with the song, sing along, get extra artwork. It only makes sense it comes back. That's what all this enables you to do, is just create those connections and bring back that extra layer. 6 City is another great distributor in the community. He does a release every epoch. So an epoch is every 5 days on Cardano. That's when you receive your staking rewards that we talked about earlier. So every 5 days, he releases a new track from an artist in the community that can be minted out as an NFT, free to collect, or drip through drip drops and other distributors to claim for free and just fill up each other's wallets. We have Project Noom, who's also in the building. Shout out Noom. They're working on the bridge between Web 2 to Web 3. They're bringing in the royalty income from Spotify, bringing it on chain. They're allowing artists to get that revenue. They're also allowing artists to fractionalize those rights. So now, Matt Diamond, beast of an MC, he's selling his track. He can sell streaming token bundles. Me as a super fan, I want to be along for the ride. I want to support him. And what that also allows me to do is be along of that journey and start claiming those royalties that he receives from those Web 2 streaming platforms. So it's like a full benefit around. If you have faith in an artist, support them, bring them to light, do everything that you can do, because it's going to come full circle back around. And it's, once again, creating these brand new connections between an artist and a fan. Logic, Bass Hunter, Eminem. These are artists that I've been following from when I was a kid. Some of these artists I discovered. My wife, she goes around and follows all these bands that she loves. Then all of a sudden they're on the radio. They're like, oh my God, it's them. I've seen them 35 times. I'm like, babe, you crazy, but you got a good eye. That's why she picked me. No, but that's what it's about. It's creating these fans and these connections. Oh, you saw Matt Diamond 35 times? Check the Poet, baby. I got the NFT ticket. We went to that after party. I've been rocking with you since day one. You can prove that on the blockchain. This is such a beautiful future for fans and artists. One last thing for NMaker. I know Patrick's floating around here. Shout out Patrick Tobler. NMaker does a lot for this ecosystem as well. They do create a lot of the open software and tooling for you to do your own distribution and do everything yourself. They try to make it as easy as possible to mint your own NFTs, but sometimes you just need a team behind you. You can't always just do everything yourself. And that's why, truly, I've worked and continue working with all of these people in these slides because it's amazing, great business. They're surrounded by real teams, and they get the results. I'll be once quick with it. I love Matt Diamond. Thank you for being on stage, bro. Matt Diamond and Irie Reyna back there. They were on the first compilation album on Cardano. It was the Listening Room compilation. We had 13 tracks from 13 artists. The beauty behind it is they all receive their splits automatically. Every time you mint an album, every single artist gets their portion of sale directly. This is the beauty of working with artists. Distribution is back. In the regular music industry, it never happens. I talk to the music industry. They say, oh, Matt Diamond can't work with you. Why can't he work with you? He has an album coming out. Dope, let's work together. No. If you do good, it'll pull away from Matt Diamond. You can't be doing good when it's his release date. No. Not anymore. Not anymore. Matt Diamond's release date, we're all pumping it. We're all a part of it. We're all excited. We all want to be on the journey. That's what this is about. We are changing the system. Once again, the listening room, I do want to give love. The listening room would be empty without those that participate. We just facilitate the walls. It's all of the artists that come in, all of the project leads, all of the developers, everyone connecting that makes this entire ecosystem what it is. You look around, NFTxLV. Look how beautiful this is. We have so many new faces, so many old faces reconnecting, and it's everyone coming together. This wouldn't be possible without the strength of the community. Same thing with the listening room. Flawed Beginnings, I know you're around here somewhere, Flawed. I wanted to give you a shout out as well. He runs an open mic every Monday. He's been doing it for about 2 years now. He's one of those people that always says that a rising tide lifts all ships, and himself, he's a great example of it. A rising tide lifts all ships. So this was a little bit earlier before we had these events, but Rare Evo and where we're at today. Cardano, it's the community that keeps me here. Thank you, everyone. I want to open it up. I want to do a quick Q&A with Matt Diamond. I want to see what he has going on if we got enough time. I want to see, as an artist perspective, how you feel about Cardano, what you kind of see yourself doing as well, and I know we'll kind of be quick with it.
First of all, thank you, Andrew, for just having me up here, and thank you, everybody, for just coming to listen to this panel. What I see, just growth. I think that we're at the beginning when it comes to crypto. I think the fact that being an artist from Web 2, Cardano gives you an opportunity to actually be your own boss, retain your own rights. You know, I come from certain situations where people want to take a percentage from you.
Retweet the room. Retweet the room.
Yo, it's your boy iHole, and you're tuned into NFTxLV. If you can make your way to the main stage.
Hold.
One-on-one, Seth Custom Piece. We got Plays After Dark. We got everybody moving up. You should come to the main stage right now.
Retweet the room. Retweet the room. Hold. Retweet the room.
Shout out NFTxLV.
Yeah, make sure you guys hit up that Sasuke Wave for real. Thank you, I hold. Retweet the room.
Shout out to iHold, man. He's a good dude, too. Just to wrap up my point, meaning basically Cardano gives you an opportunity to just be your own boss, make your own money, and basically work with who you want to work with. I see myself in the near future basically just working more with other artists within Cardano, outside of Cardano, and just spreading basically a good unified effort for crypto in itself, because I think everybody have a negative connotation about cryptocurrency, but it's just like the internet era. You know, in the beginning, everybody was afraid to get in the internet and whatnot, and then it blew up. So we're at the very beginning. We're still here. So I guess that's my 2 cents in a short sentence, if I could say.
Thank you, bro. No, that was short and sweet. Those were all gems, bro. That's wisdom and that's experience when you can concise it down and condense it down and just nail the point, bro. So you're absolutely right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Please continue supporting all these musicians and artists and continue getting the word out that Cardano is going to be the music blockchain.
Thank you.